Okay, what I got here today, I just did a reconditioning on this reel, and I was looking on the YouTube and nobody has anything on these reels. This is, believe it or not, made by Zebco. It's a Finnor LTC 20H lethal, and I believe it's right there 6.2 to 1 ratio. It's a deep water jigging reel, and it's pretty new. I caught a lot of big fish on this already, and it worked great, but the drag was a little bit sticky. It was jumping a little bit. It wasn't smooth. So I decided to take it apart, and I got some Cal's drag grease on eBay, and I lubed up the drag discs. So I'm basically gonna pull it apart, show you what I did, do a lube on it, and get it ready to fish again. So, comes apart relatively simple. This is a cap that holds the handle. The nut that holds the handle is under the cap, and you want to keep the pieces together so when it goes back together in reverse order as it came apart. So you take your star drag. This is a star drag reel. Now they make 3 different sizes. This is the middle size, and they have a line of lever drags, which if I got another one I would probably get a lever drag. They were really impressive. Okay, I got that off. Now there's a water shield here, a spray shield. Get that off with this little screwdriver. I believe the drag rating on this reel, the 20, I know the 16 is the 16 is 25, so this one has to be 25, I would say, to 40. And this whole assembly here, you have these 2 drag washers, for loading up the drag. They're disc washers. They're shaped concave shape, and this is your spring. It keeps the star drag in position. It actually clicks and keeps it in position. And this is the seal. There's a washer on top of the seal that you don't want to lose. And this is a shield, a shield that seals anything from getting inside, because we have a bearing right here underneath that. Okay, that's apart. Now there's 3 screws here, and we're going to take these screws loose. Like I said, I already had this apart and worked on it, but I didn't see any videos, so I said, let me make a video. This way other people can do it. Okay, those are loose now. As I remembered, this whole cap comes off. Just like that. There's not much under here. Got a couple of springs for the anti-reverse. And what I didn't do the first time is lube this gear. This gear here, I'm gonna take and lube that. But I greased everything up before, so it's all greased. Now, this bearing And here there's a real big bearing. This is your outer race. This is your inner race. Very well made with large roller bearings. I'm really impressed. Big gear, stainless, and this is brass. Big gear because of the ratio, 6.2 to 1 ratio. Now your drags are underneath here. And like I said, I already took them out. I put the cowls on them, but I'll pull them out again so you can see them. It's a drag dish and a stainless washer. Here's another drag disc, another stainless washer. With the drag disc. Here's another drag disc. And another drag washer. And another drag disc. And that's the final drag washer here. It's a real impressive. I am impressed on the drag on a reel this small, although there's pretty good line capacity. The drag system is unbelievable. So I put the cow's grease on these already, and they go back in the same order you took them out. They just stack up in there. Then this is your final stainless washer that acts as a cover. So those are back together. And like I said, I already lubed it up. I'm going to put these springs back in here so when I put the cover on, they stay in place. Now I want to put a little oil on this gear. Like I said, I forgot to oil that gear. But you can oil that shaft here from this cap. You take this cap off and you could oil from the outside without taking the reel apart, which is nice. So everything, like I said, is pretty new. I greased it all up. I greased the gear. Let me put a little bit more gear grease on the gear. So that's basically it. To put it back together, this bearing goes on first. Put your inner race down. I want to put a little grease on the bearing here, because I didn't lube that the first time. So I just want to hit that with a quick shot. And that goes back down the way it came off. Then your end cap goes on. Put that down very carefully so nothing gets disturbed. Get it started over the bearing. Okay. A little difficult, but it should go back on there. There we go. Okay, it's down. And this bearing went in here. So we'll tighten up all the screws. It's all greased up. You know, you're supposed to do an annual service package on these. But like I said, it's relatively new. And it worked real good. It's just that the drag was sticking a little bit, so. Very simple. Very simple, simply made reel. It's very simple the way it's made. Okay, that's tight. Now, get the washer back over there. That applies pressure down to the drags when you put the pressure on with the star drag. Then this seal and washer goes on top. Then we'll put our spray shield on. Going to get that around the seal. There we go. The holes lined up. Very simply made, heavy duty. All the components, the gears are very heavy duty bearings. Okay, now these are spring washers. They're concaved, so they're shaped like a cup. This part here, and then it comes out to a cup, so that part goes down on the first one. That pushes on the inner washer. And this one goes reverse. The cone faces up. And then your clicker. And then your star drag. Get it started on there straight. Once it's started, it goes pretty easily down. You don't want to cross thread it. It should go down very easily. And your nut goes on. Oh no, the handle first. Always forget the handle. Okay, then your nut goes on. This is a heavy duty, big torque handle on here, on this reel. Okay, why isn't that going down? You want to make sure the nut goes on straight too, just like the star drag. You don't want to cross thread it, because then the next time you got to do this, you're going to have problems. Okay, that's on there, and that's your anti-reverse cover for the nut. Keeps the nut from backing off. And that's it. That's a quick a quick package, maintenance package, lube, drag lube. Like I said, this you can get on eBay, Amazon. This one is Cowls drag grease. And it's back together. Turns. Anti-freeze spool works. Drag works. So it's ready to fish again. And I intend on catching some big amberjack pretty soon. And I'm gonna be using this reel. Okay. Thanks for watching. If you want to sub my channel, I do some pen reels, mostly pen, and I got fishing videos. So if you want to sub, go ahead and sub. Thanks for watching.